Right here in front of the Aviation Social Center, and which is on my left. Now, on this stretch of road, you would sometimes find physically challenged persons or visually impaired people begging for alms or one thing or the other. However, today, something different caught our attention. Now, this young man standing right behind me is a physically challenged person, but he's not begging for alms. He has a placard that has a very interesting message on it. I'll get close to him and we'll find out exactly why he is there and exactly what he wants from passers-by. Come with me. The full inscription on the placard reads,
"Hello, mommy, daddy. My leg may be damaged, but my brain is not damaged. Please employ me in your office. I'm a computer literate or a cashier. Disability is not inability."
David believes in the popular saying that disability is not inability. He would rather be self-dependent than beg for his daily bread. Why have you decided to do this?
I decided to do this because I don't want to beg and I don't want to be a dependence to the society. That's why I'm looking for a job.
Okay.
And so that I can further my education.
How long have you been doing this? How long have you been here?
Precisely, I've been here for the past 6 months now. 6 months.
For him, physically disabled persons can't contribute significantly to the ailing economy of Ghana.
It depends, I would say it depends on our own mentality, because I can say those people that beg, most of them are not willing to beg, but it's better on the situation of the economy. That's why most of them find themselves. But what I used to tell them is like they should not use their situation for an excuse. They can still do something with their hand. So I intend in my mind of changing the economy around, telling the people out there that physical challenge are not beggars, that we are also human beings like them.
But who will search for a job on the streets? David shares his job search ordeal with me and explains why he adopted this approach. Okay, so have you had any response so far for the past 6 months?
Oh, no. Promising, I'll call you. That's what I've been hearing from people.
In spite of this, he has not been very successful. The street job hunt has yielded very little. His attempt to get a job on the street has not been without challenges, which includes arrest from the police, spending 4 days behind bars without food or water, and also sustaining injuries.
And there has been a lot of challenge here. One, from the ministry aspect, because you can see this place is somewhat close to the Ministry of Defense, which they have come here to warn me about 1 or 2 times, but I yield to their instruction because I believe that what I'm doing is right. I'm not begging. Not until when they come the third time and beat me up, carry me to their cell, lock me up for 2 days.
The ministry sent a task force to beat you up?
Yes. And lock me up for like almost close to 4 days in their cell. Because according to them, they said this road is meant for the MPs, visitors.
So how can such a person be helped? What are the structures in place to assist David? I turned to the Center for Employment of Persons with Disability. The center has existed since 2008 to facilitate employment of persons with disability. They also provide training and skills in order to prepare them for the job market. Mr. Alexander Frimpong is the coordinator of the center.
Basically, source of funding are friends and myself. It's been very difficult, okay, to get funding because most people want to fund advocacy. You understand, advocacy, and you know, when it comes to advocacy on the job, you have very little people, very few organizations who want to do that. But we are able to support ourselves because we have a lot of volunteers. All our regional representatives are not paid. I myself am not paid for the work that I do. On full time, I work with the local government service. So I come here from time to time just volunteer to be able to carry out the work. And now the fatigue has set in. In fact, seriously, we were established in 2008 and we started sending letters for sponsorship here and there. Companies will not want to sponsor you. They will want to sponsor Miss Ghana. They want to sponsor programs that will bring promotion to their products. You understand? But it's been really difficult. It's been really difficult. As I speak to you, it was VSO Ghana that sponsored us. That was 2 years ago. And ever since, we've not got sponsorship. But the Charismatic Evangelistic Ministry, they are sponsoring us now.
That's not all. The center is also faced with the tax of disabusing employers of the idea that the physically disabled cannot work.
One of the big challenge is the public, the perception of employers. It's been very hectic. When you go out there and talking to people to employ disabled persons, it's been very hectic. A lot of people are not willing.
Why?
Concerns are that they wanted profit, and they wanted people they can put pressure on, and they think that they will not have the moral justification to put pressure on disabled persons to work. You understand? So that is one. Secondly, the environment are inaccessible. Environment, most
when you say inaccessible, the structure in
itself
facilitates easy movement of physically
disabled persons. Exactly, and also a lot of people want to employ the deaf persons, but there also come the challenge of sign language interpretation. It means that they need to employ somebody who can do the sign language. They are not ready to train people. You know, the private sector is profit.
David was born in Accra but grew up in Nigeria, where he had his primary and secondary education. He only returned to Ghana in 2013. He still has dreams of becoming a chartered accountant or a web designer. David was not born with his disability. It was as a result of medical negligence when he was only 5 years old.
It happened when I was the age of 5. And I was small due to an injection. I was very sick and taken to the hospital. And they, according to the results, they said the syringe inside the needle has damaged, which has infected the leg and started damaging the leg. The leg started decaying after some months. So we went back to the hospital. They were doing some tests, running some tests on it. Some medication was being prescribed, but unfortunately, they can't secure it.
So
the hospital take a little bit of responsibility of it, but later on, the owner of this hospital collapsed due to the situation of things. People stopped going there. His name was being broadcasted everywhere. So, and there's nothing my parents could do. They have to take it like that, and life has to move on.
he lives in Ngwa, but commutes all the way to the Aviation Social Center near the Kotoka International Airport. His choice of this location is for strategic reasons.
I discovered that on this major road, we have major CEOs of bankers that pass through this place, and we have a lot of top officials, men, senators, MPs that pass through this place. So when they see I think of my mind that when they see my cardboard, I think something good should be happening out of it.
After a long day, David will commute back to Ngwa, but without what is now his application letter and CV. And so that is the story of David. He is physically challenged. He's been here for the past 6 months, hoping that someone would look upon him to grant him a job. That is all he's asking for.